Hello everyone, this is Jasmine, aka Gladiator in Sweats, and I'm here with the daily tarot message for today, Wednesday, September 19th, 2018. So happy Wednesday to everyone, and as always, I hope that this is reaching everyone well and that everyone's doing all right as we're in the middle of this week. So yeah, I just hope everyone's been doing okay, I guess is maybe a better word, because just to be, I guess, realistic with the energy that at least that I've been feeling, that I recognize other people are feeling, especially as I was mentioning yesterday about that Mars Uranus aspect of just so much tension and just like feeling like aggravated, feeling like not even just aggravated. I kind of feel like that's an understatement, but it's like whatever little things that are here that we're wanting to really explore about ourselves, and the things that we're working to like release, and things we're working to really analyze within our worlds, like those things that like our spirit is like, okay, we really are needing to work on those things. I feel like those are things that are like popping off, and especially I can see that in my own life, the things that I've been currently just really working on and reevaluating, and I'm seeing these things again are not necessarily just popping up, but it's like creating opportunities for me to not only apply what I've learned and apply what I've realized, but also for me to again recognize, I guess, how far I have come, and how far I don't even say how far I haven't come in that sort of terms, but like the things that I'm needing to look more deeply into. But I think everyone's kind of feeling that, where just like so much like just triggering, and it feels just like things are just triggering, and I just really feel like this is all about us, again, like further activating not just our like our higher consciousness, our activating these higher templates, but it's, again, I don't even want to keep saying this, but I guess it's, we're going through this like purging process. We're going through this simplification of the self, is really the way I would prefer to look at it, as opposed to like a purging. We're really, again, letting loose the things that ultimately like don't matter, and the things that actually are not true to our most honest or most authentic truth. And even like, I feel like that can seem vague even saying that, but again, I guess I'll just provide another example, and I'll use myself. That one of the things that I was really that I've always really struggled with was just with like the humanities issues with like race and gender and all of these things, and having that have played so much of an effect on me, to where I allowed those lenses to become my own. And I guess this ultimately, I guess, leads me to talking about something that I was realizing in a class I was in yesterday, about how paying our attention, paying our mind to other things or other people, or really like when we're taking our attention and putting it on other people in a way that maybe is not serving of them or serving of us, we ultimately in all of these interactions and all of these circumstances, you become what it is that you think, what it is that you pay your attention to. I was talking about this a little bit in my Instagram post a couple or so days ago, about what you think, what you believe is what you become. And that's also what I'm feeling, not just here with the card, which I'll get into that in a little bit, but also just here with this, even the galactic signature for today, this yellow electric seed of, how is it that we can activate our innate source? How can we activate our potential to be, whatever it is that we desire to be? How do we spark that? How do we essentially nurture nurture the seed, so that we are able to flower, to grow? This is as we are also rounding off this harmonic of, informing the flowering of our service. So that's exactly what I feel here with this galactic signature with today, of us really fully recognizing, turning our attention, turning all of our focus into nurturing ourself, nurturing our seed. And this is, even when I talk about nurturing ourselves, is this is not in this sort of like service to self in a way where it's like all I care about is me, and everyone else, like forget about everyone else in an air of like superiority. Like there's just a nuance to this, like focusing on ourself. It's a focusing on ourself where even as we may be having sorts of I guess altercations or whatever you want to call it, just like situations where you maybe have some like less enjoyable moments or whatnot with other people or other places and whatnot. And again, as I've been talking about, this is all about it, bringing it back to ourselves, bringing it back to what does this mean for me. And I also just feel this again with the card. But before I even just close, because I want to close it off with the card, and I just wanted to talk about a little bit about the planetary aspects that we have going on here today too. So even currently as I'm recording this, we have this grand Earth trine between the Sun, Moon, and the asteroid Juno. And so I want to talk about this because when people talk about Juno, they talk about it very much in a like and I don't even like putting it in like in a very 3D way, because it's not even to say that when people talk about Juno in a very like this is what your relationship, what your marriage, like in like our very like worldly view of marriage and all of that, like not to say that these views on Juno are like wrong or incorrect, but I definitely feel at least here, but I mean I have a lot of major like not even a lot, but I have major Juno aspects in my chart, so I feel pretty strongly about this energy, and this is really about this spiritual marriage that I feel going on here. I recognize this, at least within this grand Earth trine, as this divine portal for us to further overcome like the separateness from ourselves, from our wholeness, so we're able to further build and develop this union with ourselves and with source by essentially like dying to our higher selves. Essentially it's the way I'm like seeing it, it's not necessarily just in a way of like the lower mind like bows in a way of like, oh, you're better than me, because this is not about a better or worse or any of that. That's not what this is about. This is about that union between our lower quote unquote and higher quote unquote minds or consciousness. So we're able to be reborn in union, reborn in a wholeness of knowing of who we truly are. Because a lot of what we do, a lot when we judge in this like reality in our experiences, is we're often just trying to define what it is that we're not, just as much as we're trying to figure out what it is that we feel that we are. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling as we're hopping through this portal. This is offering this not just opportunity, but this is like, if this is what you're committing to with the, this is this Earth trine. We've got the moon in Capricorn here, sun in Virgo, Juno in Taurus. We've got this making divine commitments and changes. Like this is almost like us really like, I don't even want to say signing a contract, but it's like we're making this sort of promise. We're making this commitment, not necessarily specifically today, but I feel like it really aligns with today, because tomorrow we do have like these shifts going on where we're moving into this new moon of the 13 moon calendar. We're starting this new harmonic on the same day, which is like we always have a new harmonic every 4 days, but even more so tomorrow we have this sun conjunct Mercury finally, where Mercury has been tagging along very well with the sun, but tomorrow it will be conjunct and we'll be moving into this like official like not necessarily even just like a new world. It's not even like a new world, but it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like this equinox portal that we're really leading into. Like this is all kind of like us taking the stairway, if you will, up to this like equinox like jump off point. That's just the way it just popped into my mind now. Like when you're at a water park or something like that, and you have to climb all those stairs to get to like those like tall water slides. Like for whatever reason, that just came to my mind of us, like we're really just taking those steps, we're getting through these portals, and when we jump off, like we're jumping off and we're moving in, and it's not necessarily like in a scary like, oh, there's no going back, but it's really like, yeah, like there's no turning back, in the sense of like we really get to look forward. We really get to focus on the present, focus on the now. We get to focus on our creation of the now in our whole presence. And I definitely feel like this resonates with even the cards that I've been pulling the past couple of days. So let's go ahead and try and round this off with the card for today. So, how can we activate or be of service to ourselves or to the world? Or really, like I said, how can we further like activate ourselves to align with our goal here and our desire to not just rebuild our connections in a worldly way, but rebuild our connection to source and to spirit, and to really come back to a source of unity. So the card that I did pull here was the Ace of Wands in reverse, and actually I really did feel like this reminded me of, well, it reminds me specifically of the asteroid Vesta in astrology, of, like I was talking about, this self-simplification of sparking this inner flame within. And, I relate this not just with Vesta, but I also felt this was about that violet flame of transmutation that collectively I feel has been felt, but this energy that we can tap into, it's available for us to release through through a wholeness of forgiveness, through an acceptance of what is, for us to really, again, the sacred flame for me, it's this concept of, again, of us burning off the edges that are like yeah, kind of like burning off the rough edges, like really polishing us up to really bring out the true nature, the true essence of who we are. So here I feel the guidance is turning our actions inward, sparking that inner flame, focusing our clarity and attention on ourself and on our desire, whatever it is that our desire may be, even if it is as simple as, just wanting to be further in alignment with our higher self, or with our highest possible potentiality at this time. And yeah, it's this inner purification. This has word all over. Ultimately been this whole process we've been in. As I did notice that Vesta has actually been loosely conjunct Saturn as well. So I definitely feel this as a very like complete worldly, as our personal worlds go, of our senses, of our will, of our emotions, so that we're able to more clearly feel and interact with source. We're not able to acknowledge or really see how connected we are to spirit, or how everything is spirit, when we are all kind of muddled up. I guess another analogy would help. And I believe her name was Ananda. I can't remember her last name, but she's on, or they're on YouTube. It's a couple. They do the Rasa transmissions, and that's something that they refer to often is their process. But I feel like this process that the collective is going through is this wiping of the windshield, so that you're able to see. You can't really see exactly what is going on, or even where you need to go, or even what needs to be done, or any of that, when you're your windshield is all muddled up with everything. And yeah, I guess that's really what I feel here today. of turning our actions inward, turning our focus more and more inward. And yeah, I'm gonna just end it there so I don't keep on rambling. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just so not just appreciative, but I guess I'm just so glad that I feel that maybe my rambling isn't just rambling. Maybe people really are taking something from the things that I pick up on or the things that I put together. So yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for just being here on the journey with me. So feel free, as always, to check the description box for links to find me outside of YouTube. And yeah, as it said yesterday in the video of yesterday's daily message, today I have a peace talk with the Peace Dealer with Michael on YouTube. And as I said yesterday, do check him out if you have not yet done so. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Not even sure what we're really going to be talking about, but I kind of prefer it that way because I just honestly love to talk. And it's not really like I just love to talk, but I really like to communicate. I really like to not just express my ideas, but I like to, you know, drink up other people's ideas. I love to see the ways that other people connect and the ways that we can all connect. And I don't know, I'm just really excited. I look forward to this. So definitely tune in if you would like to. It will be at 2 p.m. PST. And I will try to link the link again in this post as well. So yeah, do check that out if you would like to. I'm sure it'll be fun. So yeah, other than that, I think that's it. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day as always. And yeah, stay tuned for some new content coming tomorrow as we're entering this new moon month. And yeah, so without further ado, I hope you guys all have a wonderful Wednesday. And I send you guys all so much love and wish you all many blessings. Peace.